Richmond, I think his name.
These were original stories as well, weren't they? They weren't reprints, these, were they?
No.
No.
No, I think it was all original stories. Mostly one-shots as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Always seem to be one-shots. The Thing team-up one seemed to have a few like ongoing stories. The story would carry on to the next issue. I always thought they were one-shots as well, but they did carry over a few times from one issue to the next. There'd be a bit of a different guest though.
Man-Wolf.
Right, so where's mine?
That's a double.
Oh, you've got two of them.
Yeah.
If Kyle was there, one of those would be going on.
Put that in my box. Put that in my box.
Yeah, 24 is the lowest one that I've got on that one. I haven't seen lower ones, but I might have done. We can't afford them. Don't think they're super expensive. I bet number one would be expensive though.
Probably, yeah.
Apparently there was distribution issues in the 70s. I have gaps that should never be, says Roger.
Okay. Well, yeah.
What do you mean by
What happens when you get older, mate?
Should never be. What do you mean by that?
I think
he was collecting them. He couldn't get those
These
issues
were all in the
because
70s, and Roger usually collects them all.
Hashtag I miss Kyle. That's why he's not here. That's why he's not here, because he decided to transition to Miss Kyle. So when he comes back, you've got to use his new pronouns.
Is he gonna get some boobs?
Probably, knowing him, enormous ones, absolutely enormous ones. You've got to be able to keep his hands off them. Give him some. Give him some of the stories he's reading them.
Okay, I'll stop right there.
Okay.
You stopping there?
Yeah, I'll stop there. That was 6.
All right, let's see if I can get Mark on the big screen.
I've got a real eclectic mix here. I've got
What
new, old. What do you want, new or old?
Oh, I'm easy. Whatever's on top.
Whatever you got.
And you can shoulder it old afterwards.
So, yeah. Really nice
Joker
cover.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, very nice. Nice. This is David Nakayama, who I really like. David Nakayama.
Yeah.
So he does a DNA. That's his signature DNA.
Oh yeah.
Nice Catwoman cover.
I'm hoping to get him again for the interview.
Yeah, if you do know, let me know, Norman, because I really like David Nakayama. He's a really nice guy. Did you have him already?
I already had him one time.
You've already had him one time. I need to look that up. Right, these are so Alex Ross a couple of years ago did a whole series of covers of Marvel superheroes. I think about 30 or 40 of them. He's now doing a series of all the villains. So
Ultron.
Some of these are good, and some of these are not so good. I like the Ultron.
Very shiny Ultron there.
Yeah, very shiny Ultron. I'm not keen on this one.
Mystique.
Yeah, I'm not mad keen on that one. Mephisto, I quite like this one.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that one's cool.
I'm assuming this is Dark Phoenix, but
yeah, I guess so.
Quite like it.
Yeah. Can't see what else it would be.
Kang.
Oh yeah.
Average, yeah. I think.
Hello, Joe.
Red Skull. Okay.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
Okay.
Juggernaut's quite nice. I think this one's I quite like the Juggernaut.
Okay.
Leader.
like it's it looks like it's an action figure somehow. Oh yeah, the leader. That's not bad.
Quite like this one, Scorpion.
Hmm.
I don't like this one at all. It's completely missed the plot. Missed it on this one for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. She looks a bit butch, doesn't she? She looks
Yeah,
like
she's not filling out her booby area either. So you
No,
know.
it's more realistic though. I mean, kudos for him for actually showing realistic female anatomy. I'll give him that. You know.
Yeah,
I know you're making spoiled somewhat by the drawings, by the renderings of male artists on female characters, but it could just be that he's used an actual real female for his
Dormammu. I quite like that one. That's one of my preferred ones. I think this is Electra. I'm not mad keen on that either. He's a bit hit and miss on these on this series for me, Alex Ross. A Mandarin.
Oh yeah, I don't remember him wearing a mask like that, Mandarin.
Well,
cool. The comments are coming through from different channels, huh?
Yeah, he's got
right.
He's got the rings on though, but I don't remember him having a mask on.
He did wear a mask. Yeah, he did. Super Scroll. It's okay.
Yeah.
And I do like the Venom. I have to say the Venom is one of the best.
Hey, see when that car's back?
Someone called Silver Knight Kyle's here anyway. Yeah, Venom.
Yeah. So that'll do me. That's my modern comics. Oh no, I'll finish off a few more. This is James Tinian's latest. This is called Blue Book. It's sort of like about alien abduction and alien stuff, you know, from the 1950s. But it's James Tinian. He can't do anything wrong as far as I'm concerned. This is a new Hallows Eve, which is a new series starring this character, Hallows. I quite like this character.
Right.
New character.
Well, a hero or villain?
A bit of both, I think. A villain, but you know, it's one of these, you know, it's a bit like Harley Quinn. Dead Boy Detectives.
Was that a Marvel comic, that last one?
The Hallows Eve, yeah.
Marvel,
It's a Spider-Man spin-off.
Was that a new series of Dead Boy Detectives then, is it?
Yeah, this is number 3. I've got one, two.
Wasn't there maybe a TV show or something in the works?
Yeah, there's a TV show on the way. They appeared in Doom Patrol. But there's a Dead Boy Detectives TV show in the making.
Right.
This is, I think I showed one of this last week. This was Jim Shooter.
Was it Sandman I was originally from, or was it Hellblazer? I can't remember.
Sandman.
What's the
Sandman originally?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And I showed some of these last week. I collected. I like Dr. Solar Man of the Atom. I hadn't realised Jim Shooter had done a Dr. Solar Man of the Atom at Dark Horse. So there's a little 4 mini series, and that was number 4. That was the last one I had to pick up. This is just a fun cover from a new Doom Patrol comic, Unstoppable Doom Patrol with Giant Girl.
That Elastic Girl, isn't it?
Is that Elastic Girl?
Doom Patrol. Is that Doom Patrol?
Well, it's Doom Patrol, but that's not Elastic Girl, is it? That's
Mrs. Giant, which Elastic Girl could.
I thought she was a villain. Was she not a villain?
Is it? Madame Rouge had like rubber powers, didn't she? But I think she could grow. Rita could grow very, very big. I can't remember her name. Was her name Elastic Girl? I can't remember now.
No, it was the woman who was a sort of plastic surgery type thing, and her face she melted all the time. Is that the one you mean?
Yeah, Rita Farr. I'm sure she was Elastic Girl, but I can't remember now. God, that's annoying.
I don't think that is. I think this is.
It's not got the same costume that she had back in the. But I can't see who else it would be on a Doom Patrol comic book. If it's not her, who would it be? Because she was a member of the original Doom Patrol. So.
Yeah. It's not. That's me new comics. I'll do old comics.
Yeah. Well, I'll try dragging Norman over to the big screen. I don't know if it's going to work. Let me know if it once this works.
Yeah, he's there.
Right. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna do random books.
Yeah, go for it, mate. No rhyme or reason necessary. Just show what you got to show.
Yeah, just do random books. I don't even know what I got. These are the books that didn't make it to my PC yet. I need to organize it. I haven't done it
Good
yet.
evening, couching and slouching with C Bizzle.
So,
Good evening, gentlemen.
There's Roger.
It's
There he is. Hey, Rod.
I always turn up like a bad penny.
Have you got your Vartox costume on tonight, Meta
No,
Rod?
no, I left the high boots at the cleaners.
Somebody what?
He's just had his dinner. He arrives after he's had his dinner.
Hello, couching. Silver. Is that Silver Knight?
I don't know.
No.
On
Lack
your
of the
channel?
Doomer bloomers even.
It's just random books, man.
Yeah, can't go on with a bit of Blue Beetle. Good old Blue Beetle. Have you got that full run yet?
No.
No.
Why not? They're easy. They're cheap to get hold of, mate. They get them all for $1 each.
That's a good pickup there. One of those Kirby New Gods.
New Gods.
Is that dollar bin fines, Norman?
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
That's a good dollar bin.
Jeez, that's good.
You never got that for $1, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's not for $1.
Man, that's the I Ching Wonder Woman. Come on.
Losers.
Losers. Oh yeah.
I didn't bring this
Yeah,
out.
I know.
Don't show that on Cover Slingers. Let me tell you.
That's a war book. That is a war book, not a booby book.
It's not $1. This is about it from a comic shop or my comic shop. Yeah.
Justice League America.
I think that's First Freedom.
First Freedom Fighter. First time they became a team. They were quality characters, from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
What was that one I showed on my haul, Roger? That said it might be characters from Fawcett because he called them Captain Mark or Shazam's.
Yeah.
Were they all Fawcett heroes or something?
Yeah, that's when DC purchased the rights to the Fawcett characters and they became a team.
I don't know where I got
They used
this.
them on the
I don't remember.
crossovers with the Justice Society.
Yeah. So I thought it was probably that.
Yeah, Bullet Man, Bullet
Number
Girl,
200.
Dr.
I guess
Midnight, all
I'll
those guys.
pull this out for your 200 thing. It's
Spy Smasher.
never used.
Justice Society.
What is that?
It was so long ago, a lot of people thought that DC originally had them because
Yeah.
the old fogies like us to remember that they weren't,
This is a $1 bin.
Batman and Commandy.
Yeah, Commandy crossover. That's a rarity.
Yeah.
He teamed up a couple of times in that run, didn't he, Mark?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Yeah, this is from my comic shop. I got it for like $2 or something. So.
Nice.
Cool. Also teamed up with that Karate Kid in that run as well, didn't he? Like from the future to the past, back to the future again.
Yeah.
To team up with Commandy.
They wrapped up some of the weird plot lines they left in Karate Kid in that Commandy issue.
Yeah, no, I haven't bloody well got it either. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry,
Not a story, but you gotta have it if you're a Karate Kid guy. Ooh, praying mantis.
I try not to lose any sleep over missing the end of the story.
Well, I mean, it's not losing sleep over it, but
What's this about, guys? What is this about?
Steel.
Yeah.
Matilda likes them.
Commander Steel.
Yeah,
Steel.
Matilda likes that?
Yeah, Matilda likes Steel.
It's only 5 issues.
Yeah, I managed to fill it up. Yeah, I think Ranger Sly sent me one of them as well, so I was able to finish off that run. But he's been used after as well. It was being prized a couple of.
I don't know what this is. I just thought it was stupid, but I don't know about it.
That's one of the DC special run. I'm trying to get all them DC specials, but they're all different.
Strange Sports.
Yeah.
Strange Sports. They kind of they had compilations of them too, from like reprints from Mystery in Space.
Strange Sports, Brave and the Bold as well, because didn't some of the early Brave and the Bold have Strange Sports?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. That's
Hi,
5,
Long.
I guess I should go ahead and show them.
Warlord.
Oh yeah, what a
Have
great.
have you got all the warlords yet, Norman?
I got at least 2 or 40. I think these are. I got repeat. These are repeats.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Wait till I get down there.
Oh, this is Super Friends.
Super Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
that's one of Gray's
about-
favorite series.
Yeah, I've got about 4 or 5 more to go to finish that one. I think I'm not 100% sure. A few more I need. Yeah.
Man of Steel. This has an origin story in it. This series.
This is where Lex Luthor gets changed into a businessman, doesn't he?
Businessman, like a conniving and less than ethical businessman. Yeah.
Exactly. Very unethical.
If the next one's Warlord, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
Let Roger go. There you go. Roger, you can go now.
I won't say he was a Donald Trump prototype because that would be rude, but
Well,
Hero
the thing is
Jay.
that he really had his focus on Superman because he obviously Superman could foil any of his schemes at any time.
yeah.
So he tried to.
He didn't like someone in the world or in the city to have more power than him, really, did he?
Exactly. Yeah.
Not like that at all.
He
Is
wanted
that
to be
you
number
don't?
one. That's why the pride will make you fall.
Yeah.
Oh, me. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Little gun, he's staring off into space.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Just completed this series. I haven't read them all, but the Mighty Crusaders run from the 60s.
Ah.
Oh,
This is another thing that it might be kind of a response to the Avengers because Marvel took some of their single characters and became a team, and that's what Archie did with their heroes at the time.
How long did the Archie superhero
Hero
series?
Shop for comics.
They lasted about 8 or 9 years, but
Right.
because they started way back with like the Shadow, and then that
Right.
morphed into the Fly had his series. Jaguar had a backup and Laugh, I think, and the others had sporadic issues.
Right. So they never had like full long runs like each character on. I think.
The Flyman had about a 40 some issue run, I want to say.
Yeah, you had a few.
And then the art in here is honestly not the best.
No.
No.
What label is that under? Is it under Archie Comics or is it
It's under actually Mighty Comics Group.
Mighty Comics Group? Okay.
Yeah.
I never even heard of them.
They're quite confusing because they kind of like they had the Red Circle as well, didn't they? They had a few different labels in there over the time.
Black Circle, Red Circle, yeah.
And they had another one called Radio Comics as well. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, they really
I
they
know
really
them. I just know
think
them from
the covers
DC's
are by
Impact line.
Paul Ryan.
We launched them.
And then this last one is it's more like a solo story. This last one here. So that's the complete set of the Mighty Crusader from the 60s. I have the 70s set, which I think lasted 30
Yeah, I'm
years.
on the mates at the moment.
Those are pretty
right.
good. And then in between, when the Fly was canceled, they started and then like a rotating title called Mighty Comics Presents.
Talk, all right.
And this is like the Shield.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all
You
fine.
have
Yeah.
Hangman down there.
I picked up some that I've sold to my
Was
mates.
this before,
Yeah.
was this before the Marvel Shield?
No, you all right?
No, it's after.
After.
Yeah.
Now this
Yeah,
Shield,
a couple of
this Shield came out in the 40s, I do believe.
Yeah.
It's before the Marvel
Yeah.
Shield.
But
MRI scan. All right, and then she's going for talk to the king. The
but I don't
chemo
think he
people.
really had a lot of.
Yeah, I thought I was muted this mic. It doesn't seem
He
to be
didn't have a lot of
muted.
storytelling or anything like that. He was in Pep and things like that from way back when.
Yeah.
But he didn't have a lot of stories really that, he didn't have his own title, I don't
Shield
think.
Web.
Yeah. And here's the last Mighty Comics
Hood.
issue with the Black Hood. I'm trying to collect all these Mighty Comics Presents ones because they're kind of cool. I mean, nothing to write home about, but I'm only missing like 3 or 4, so I just want to complete it just to say, hey, I got them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's super. It's one of those niche collecting areas.
Very niche. Yeah, very niche. I do like the characters, it's just that the art is
Dodgy. Yeah.
not to my liking. To each his own. Right?
Say the art is not great.
All right, I'm glad, Mark, you're here because I like showing you stuff that maybe you've never seen. All right.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I want to show you this.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Volume 1. It's a really thick book. Right. So, what this is, believe it or not, in 1992, I do believe, Marvel wanted to give potential clients an overview of their publications. So they created 3 volumes of these that had the entire output of 1 month of Marvel Comics. So they could have
the full thing.
The full thing. I have all 3 volumes. I'll show it to you. And it's the covers are all the same except here it'll say volume 1, the other will say volume 2.
Yeah.
And then inside you get, without the covers, each comic that came out in, let me tell you what month it is here. Like this one here is X-Force. And we got some nice Liefeld art in there.
I think that's an oxymoron.
And how?
That's like military intelligence and
yeah, exactly.
Italian war victory.
June 1992.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. And again, it has every comic, including like the odd stuff like
where the hell did you find those, Roger? That must be really rare.
Yeah.
Spit it out.
Hi, Alex.
What happened was that a long time ago, I was in a convention. I'm talking like a long time ago, like in 2000, 2001. Yeah. And there was a guy who had all kinds of weird promo stuff and stuff I had never seen before. And I was working a booth with a friend, and he came to me with 2 of these volumes. He only had 1 and 3.
All right.
And so I said, how much do you want for him? He goes, give me $10. So I did. And here's 2. And I said, where did you get them? He goes, who knows? I was a partner in a shop and all this and all that.
Yeah, okay.
So he didn't have a lot of information on them, but later on I found out that Marvel actually gave them out to potential clients as an overview of the stuff that they were.
When you say potential clients, you mean retailers?
Yes, correct. And then
some sort of pop.
And then luckily, on a website, I think it might have been the CGC forum, somebody had a volume 2. And I bought that one for like $20. So I got it. Yeah, it took me quite a while to find that volume 2, that one you just saw.
I bet.
Yeah. I only know one other person that has this set. Again, it's just one of those weird things that I never knew existed until the 2000s.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I thought Mark would like that. Mark likes all the different things.
Okay, I'm back.
Here's the annual reports. When Marvel started issuing stock in the 90s. Yeah.
Right. So does this tell you their financial performance and number of sales and all that type of stuff?
All that. You got it. How the stock is doing. Also gives you upcoming projects. It gives you prospectus, the whole bit.
That's odd. Were they generally available?
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody who had stock in Marvel got these.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I did not have stock in Marvel, but I knew somebody who did, and they didn't want them. So I was like, if you don't want them, I'll take them.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
Jackson. We found Jackson.
Hey, Jackson. Roger knows people. Yeah. I knew people. I think there was only issued for 5 or 6 years, and then they got unlisted or something. I don't remember what happened there, but they only did these type of things.
Yeah, that's when they were they on the stock market?
Yeah, the New York Stock Exchange. Yep.
What's
All right,
happening
I'll
now?
just do these and then I'll go to the next person.
Now that Disney have done things to them, what's happening with Marvel now?
Yeah, when they became corporate, these are superhero catalogs from the 70s.
Oh yeah, I got some of those.
You got some of those? Yeah, they're cool.
Yep.
There's actually 2 versions of this one. That's why I have 2 of them.
Superhero catalog.
Yeah, the covers are the same, but the interiors have some differences. This was put out by the
Oh, I got that one right there. I
in-
got that one.
by a shop in New Jersey, I do believe. We should all have
Okay.
stock in Marvel with the amount of books we move for them. That's true. You're right.
I got
And,
that one with the I have another copy that's all cut up, with the
with the coupons and everything. Yeah.
yeah.
So the story behind these is that instead of having to take pictures of everything and having to put them on display and have them, somehow paste it onto paper, they hired the Kubert School of Art people to draw the stuff. So let me show you.
Okay.
You don't have like
So
an
my-
actual picture. You have a drawing of it, like of T-shirts. Here's a belt buckle
Okay.
that Nauman might know a little bit about.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
Hello, Terrence.
here's Spider-Man stuff. Probably Ray has all this stuff. Somewhere.
So who's on the phone while we're making content?
That was Grey Man.
That was great. It's his
I'm
streaming.
not
and
finding
everything.
it. My dad randomly ran.
All right. Last things are the Chronicles. This was put out by Fantagraphics Books, but interesting enough, it's about Marvel characters or teams.
Yes,
This is the
Alex.
X-Men. It gives you an index of all their appearances up through 1981 or something, and including the story title, the artist, the writer, etc., and has some spot art as well.
What, from Fantagraphics?
Yep.
That is all.
In the panel, anyone?
No, sorry, not Fantagraphics. Fantaco.
Okay. Was that an imprint of Marvel?
Yeah. This is a John Byrne cover here. Did this.
Yeah.
In the panel, did anyone completed bicentennial DC bicentennial celebration besides Roger?
Frank Miller Daredevil Chronicles. George
I guess-
Perez on the Avengers.
Anyone
Nice.
even close?
I don't know. I never really looked into it, mate. I don't know what issues there were, so it's not something I ever looked at.
John
I got a
Byrne
bunch
on
of
the
them,
Spider-Man
I don't know how
Chronicles.
many.
And the last one was a Fanico Chronicles. And interesting here is that this is like a preview issue for the whole year of comics, of issues and series coming out during 1982.
So,
No.
Civil Knight's back.
Kyle says
Enjoying the
Fanico.
Comic
Marvel.
intelligence.
It's Marvel imprint, yeah.
Oh, Fanico was Marvel imprint. Okay. Where's Kyle? Where is he?
Kyle's
Then-
back.
Jackson
You know,
White
Norman's
doing their own thing. I don't think they're connected to Marvel, so we've got Julian opinions there. We've got
All right.
and
Go on to somebody else.
Look,
Go on to somebody else while I put all this stuff away.
no, get back to me then. Let me know when I get a big screen.
We're still in Roger's face.
Okay, I'll try it again.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
you're on.
Hey, all right.
Right, so next up in this box, we've got some Man Thing.
Yay.
Not that many numbers. So this is the first
Thank
series.
you.
My first issue is number 9. So not great numbers.
That was one of the series I was talking about in the chat that had really bad distribution, at least in Miami.
Lighting here is terrible for reflection on these things. I got 9
Yeah,
and 10,
Hello, Arcade Pop.
11. There's 11 again. This is the visible 11, the one that's not sponsored by Houdini and able to escape from my hand. Death Cry of a Dead Man. There you go. Death in the Land of the Damned. There you go. That's a flying pirate versus Man Thing, because Man Thing comics were weird.
So Man-Thing or Swamp Thing, which is better?
Well, remember he was the guardian of the nexus of all reality, so all kinds of weird stuff was happening around him.
Captain Fate. Was that from the off? Was he that from the off? Was he always that, or is that something that's come up with later on?
I don't think he originally was that. I think that Kerber came up with that later in the series. Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like they were just like something made up to give him an excuse for actions and stories to happen around him.
Yeah.
It seemed to me.
I don't remember the early issues mentioning that.
This is another one. I've not actually read any of them yet because I'm seeing if I can get the full run, and I'm going to read them all in one whack.
Hey, that's a Pittsburgh.
At the moment.
That's a good way to read them because they are very interconnected.
Most of these.
Yeah. So we've decided the next London Comic Mart, I'm going to make money by hiring out my sidekick as an Alan Moore lookalike.
Hey,
and he will be doing photos.
Absolutely.
£10 each.
Yeah.
Signatures a tenner each.
I'd do anything, mate. If I can find a way to earn money for it.
you just gotta have a little bit of more of a scowl, though.
Well, I could be scowling.
The problem is his accent as well. He doesn't sound like he's.
Yeah, I'll be Alan Moore with a bad throat.
Yeah, you'll say, I have a bit of a cough.
Yeah, well, so that's what I've got on the first series, and this is what I've got on the second series. Number 1.
Yay, I got that one.
I don't have number 2 or number 3, but I do have number 4. He's fighting Dr. Fate. Dr. Strange, sorry.
I think that's the series where the Nexus came into play. Yeah.
Devil knows fear burns at the touch of the Man-Thing, and this girl is terrified. I always thought it was a really weird kind of thing that he had. People who know fear, because you think most people who would see him but have any sense would know fear. That includes like innocent people, but he always seemed to be ended up. It always ended up being criminals who were scared, and for some reason, the people who weren't criminals weren't scared of him. It seemed to me, but anyway, very odd. But we've got a
Kyle said it's £5 for a photo, £5 for a signature, and £2 for a kiss.
£2 for a kiss, fair enough.
Yes,
I don't mind paying £2 for kissing some women. If that's they pay me or I pay them. I'm confused.
They pay you.
about women.
Right, yeah, well, whatever. Like I said, money's money.
Oh boy.
These Silver Age comics can't buy themselves, you know.
I'm glad I'm not.
Just imagine what I do. Just imagine what I do for a Detective Comics 27 or 37 or whatever blinking 7. I don't know.
You can just have a sign there at the mart say, we'll do anything for Avengers 1 or whatever and see what happens.
Yeah. With my 70s porn muff beard, I should go down really popular.
Oh man.
Right, Dazzler. I just literally finished. When did I finish this run? Was it end of last year? So I managed to finish running in the last year. I've read them all since then, so they're quite good. I quite enjoyed the Dazzler. I thought she was pretty fun actually. Mostly, yeah. Because I think the very first Geeky Weekly, I did a feature on one of the Dazzler stories. Only like a little quick little thing that I did with some of the dialogue that Dr. Doom gave. The grey man thing is a creature that senses beer instead of fear. That's a good one, actually. I quite like that. And the grey man thing drinks beer at the touch of fear. I don't know. No, we'll work on that. She's on gold there for some reason. Yeah, not a bad run. I quite like the covers as well. There was a few stories in there, but actually, no, I think it was New Mutants when later on in the New Mutants run that I read recently, she'd like obviously her story had finished then, and so was moving more into she's a mutant kind of thing and involving her in X-Men comic books.
She became a Herald of Galactus.
Yeah, did she go Herald of Galactus?
I think she was a Herald of Galactus. Yeah.
I don't think she was in the series though, right?
In the series. Maybe later. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe later on. Yeah. Yeah, when she went to the
Galactus, didn't she? In the second, right early on in the run, she fights Galactus or someone like that.
She fights them, yeah.
Cosmic. She fights Doctor Doom like right early on, and then I'm pretty sure she
Enchantress.
Yeah, she had some right, like for someone, got some right big enemies, didn't she?
Yeah, she took on some heavy hitters. Yeah, well,
They really,
don't really take on Galactus per se, but
they really threw. Hey, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
There's
hey, Jerry.
She had
I
a
wish I
little
could put like both channels on my feed here, but I can't.
There's Doc Octopus trying to put a dampener on their date. And absorbed Green Man, absorbed her light power. At one point.
Maybe it was a what if that had Dazzler as her herald, because then I think that might be it, because he was looking for a herald, and I think he was trying to get her, but he didn't.
Lean Green Machine, is it L stand for lean?
This is
not
cover. Cosplay covers don't quite do it in this era.
No.
Hi, Kenny.
That's called the artist is sick or something, and we just
there's Rogue.
Costume,
Is she still a bad girl? This might be one of her early
it's in a what if story. Roger.
It is okay. That's what I thought.
This one I had as a kid.
Neurons were firing at that point,
And I think I sold it, and then I think I decided I wanted to get the full run, so I had to buy it back. Obviously, there's a new copy, but I did have this one for a long while. But one time I was trying to downsize my collection, and I sold it, and then somehow it all went wrong, and I started building it up again.
Gray Man downsizing. Those two words.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm buying. I was rather foolish because I tried to buy most of the ones back that I sold. So, because it's like, oh man, we like that comic. Why did I get rid of it in the first place? But this is when Sienkiewicz started, and as always, his bloody covers cost the most. Bloody annoying.
Especially that Thriller cover.
Yeah, which is the last one that I managed to get for the run.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't seen those Sienkiewicz ones.
There's her album.
Any good?
Assistant Editor's Month. Beware, Assistant Editor's Month. I can't remember what the story was on this one, if it was a silly one or not. I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
I've read them fairly recently as well, but yeah.
I read them about a year ago.
Going to show the old brain ain't what it used to be. It wasn't much cop to start with. This is the one that was the hardest to find.
Yeah, Chiller. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Michael Jackson kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I think he actually appeared in the Michael Jackson video. I think that was the point of it. Anyway, she was appearing in a music video.
Yeah, it was a big video. Yeah.
Don't forget to make me a box the other night, Kyle.
A box of what?
Comic books.
Oh, okay.
Because I always make up a box from somebody else.
Derby Dazzler. She should have joined up with Iron Man when he was in his roller skate days, and they could have had a race or something. I would have bought that comic. Like Superman Flash race, we could have had an Iron Man Dazzler roller skate race.
I tell you, here's opportunities, man.
Yeah.
Here's one of my favourite villains. Doesn't get used that much, but he's cool. The Tatterdemalion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tatterdemalion, yes.
Tatterman, yeah. We're by night villain mostly, but yeah.
Yeah, he's off his gold, isn't he? He's like he rejects the trappings of wealth and stuff, so his hands can melt money, kind of, and
crusader for the homeless and the downtrodden, yeah.
And like his coat's all oily, so people can't grab him. And he smells really, really badly. So
really bad.
He says it's a really kind of.
His hat is so foul that it knocks you out.
Hasn't he got weights in the end of his scarf as well? At the end of his scarf, so he can.
Like, you know how
it's quite cool.
Rolls of coins at the end of socks. The same thing with his scarf. It's like weighted, so it's like just not.
It's quite a cool villain. I quite like him. He looks cool, and he's like power set. He's also quite imaginative, and even his raison d'etre is like quite unique as well. He's wanting to smash the trappings of wealth and so forth. Right. It's interesting. This makes him stand out, on his own. He's not just another villain with flame powers or something like that, or another, nondescript super strong guy. He's got his own niche in the super villain market, I'd say. Right, let's see if I can drag Rayman over here to the big screen now, if it will let me.
See, this is why we miss Kyle, because his hat is made of Man Thing's bollocks.
He's what?
Yeah, no, I don't miss that. That's not something I miss. But,
I thought
no.
Jackson
Steve.
was in the chat. So
Has he dragged him over yet? Or am I still in the big screen?
No,
right.
Ray's in there.
No, you're off big screen.
Star Trek, book and record.
Hey,
Hey,
Ooh,
Star Trek.
nice.
booking
How's
records.
that?
It's for you, Jackson.
Ha ha ha.
Nice.
Book and record. Book and
There's a
Book and
Alex's
record.
boyfriend right there.
Yeah, there was a
From
whole
what?
series of those from Power Records and Peter Pan
Yeah.
back in the 70s. Star
Yeah.
Trek, 1999. Marvel had a series. DC had a series.
Oh, another one. Book and record set. I've never seen these before.
Maybe they didn't make it over to
You
the
have a
UK.
record
No,
in there?
they didn't make it over here. That's why I've never seen them.
Is there a record in there, Rayman?
Yeah, the records are in there. Yep.
Willie. Ah,
Yeah, the Marvel Monster ones are kind of pricey now. I'm glad I got those way back when.
I need to look for those in eBay.
Good luck.
Whoa.
Oh, those are really
Dang
nice.
it.
No, we didn't get those over here.
No,
Damn it.
I don't think they made
I've
it
never
over.
seen
I
it.
kind of figured. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've never seen them with British price.
No,
The
I've never
back of
seen
it.
them over here at all.
I think shipping them would have been awkward as well, like for breakages and stuff. So they probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have even considered it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
could be.
surprised.
Yeah, we got Star Trek, Whitman,
Yeah,
76, George Wilson cover.
Yeah. So,
Star Trek, never heard of it, says Jackson. What a jump.
I never heard of it. Another one.
Oh, I don't think I've got that one.
some fabulous pieces.
I don't think I've got that one.
How long did the Star Trek run go on Gold Key?
That's number 44.
They go, yeah, that's
70
about that
issues?
towards the end, that 50-ish, yeah.
Roger, close your eyes on this one.
Ah!
One eye cover. No wonder he wanted that subject.
Space 1999 book and record. That's awesome.
He's got a million of them.
Hey, is
Space
it
99 book and record. Okay.
is it women? Is it women in charge for the next cover slingers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I on there, or you got me subbed?
No, you're there.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm not actually worked out who's there yet, to be honest.
Oh, okay, all right.
But
Those are
you're,
cool. The Dynabrites are good. They're
It's
really
not bad.
good quality on those.
so is Star Trek like got to be one of the comic books that's had, or one of the franchises that the most different comic companies doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, loads of them, yeah, all over the place.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Hello, Gaby.
I'd say Conan, Tarzan,
Yeah.
Star
Bill
Trek,
number
Star
one.
Yeah.
Wars.
So yeah.
If it's a franchise that they can license out, it's everything.
Yeah.
Whoever
So it's the
pays
highest
most,
figure, I guess.
whatever gets it.
Marvel, Star Trek.
Yeah,
First
nice.
Marvel.
That movie. That's the first Marvel Star Trek.
First Marvel, yeah.
Yep. Number one.
Oh, the Star Trek the motion picture, the worst film ever. How they got to make a second one after the first one is beyond me.
It wasn't that
It's
bad.
not
It was a
worse.
little long.
It's not the worst film ever. Have you seen the Howard the Duck movie?
No.
Well,
I
that's
haven't.
worse.
So Howard the Duck is not great, that's for sure.
No, Star Trek the motion picture wasn't as bad as that Mulholland Drive rubbish.
That's one of the best films ever. You said that deliberately.
Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Apart from the scene where the two ladies entertain themselves, that's a rubbish movie.
That's because
I don't think I've ever seen it, so I can't opine.
you have to have an IQ
What movie
over
was that?
90
What
to
movie
be
was
able to
rubbish?
appreciate it.
The wife would disown you if you watched that one, Roger. I wouldn't do it.
All right, all right. I don't really watch too many movies anymore. So
What movie
Yeah.
was that? You say?
Mulholland Drive.
Mm.
So,
it's in California, isn't it? Mulholland Drive.
Yeah. David Lynch.
Yeah,
Oh, Lynch. Mm.
exactly what you
I
exactly.
stay away
That's,
from Lynch movies, generally
that's the
speaking.
right response, Roger. That's the correct response.
Hello, Rob Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't got that either.
Like Ice Serpent.
Yeah, that reminds me of a Legion cover.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
done it. Actually, shouldn't a Star Trek? I mean, Legion cover remind you of a Star Trek cover?
Or vice versa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they had we talked about that, Nam, and how the starships look a little similar.
Yeah. I don't know. Time travel wasn't as funky as the Star Trek, though. I mean, as a time travel is pretty funky in Legion.
Yeah,
I think Jackson
Legion
like
time travel, like we would take a plane ride, but Star Trek it was a little more difficult.
Star Trek TMP had too many rewrites, SPX thrown together after the first company's work was rejected, and other bad editing. Oh, the motion picture, Star Trek, the motion picture.
Yeah, the motion picture.
All I know is I was excited and I went to see it at the cinema and I couldn't get out quick enough.
Is that very first movie? Is that you guys always?
Yeah.
Is that the very first movie?
First movie after the TV series.
Vigor,
Yeah, V'ger. Yeah,
Vigor, whatever.
V'ger.
Well, just go and watch Wrath of Khan. That'll cheer you up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Khan!
Hey, Alex does that well.
Don't you knock my mate Shatner. It was his birthday 2 days ago. I think he's about 99 or something.
Yeah, he's up
really
there.
blimey.
He's up there. He looks pretty good.
He's still doing TV, isn't he? Yeah, he was in something fairly recently. I'm not sure if he is now though.
He's still heading off into space. He went off into space, didn't he?
A while ago, yeah.
He still did.
It was what's his face? Michael Caine's birthday the other day as well, wasn't it?
Hmm.
He's 90 now.
Wow.
Disney and comics likes the motion picture.
And again,
I was only like 10 when I went to see it, and I didn't have the patience to understand a movie like that. I was looking for explosions, I guess.
right. Yeah, it was very. It didn't have a lot of action. That's true.
The only thing I remember is someone getting killed in the blinking transporter. That was about it. All the others were good though.
I still have to say Wrath of Khan is the best Star Trek movie.
That's the kind of best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
I saw the
tied
one with
back
the whale
into the-
in the cinema.
Still not a whale. Yeah. It tied back into the episode, from the original series. So we had.
Yeah.
They did a
yeah.
good job of,
Who's everyone's favorite character then? Who's everyone's favorite Star Trek character?
Ah,
Oh, mine's Spock, definitely.
yeah, it has to be
Spock,
Spock.
yeah.
Yeah, Spock.
Houlihan.
I think I like Bones. I think like Bones.
I
the
mean,
most.
when I was a kid, I just like
Oh, no, that's,
Captain Kirk because he got to hook up with all the ladies.
You like Kirk,
man.
yeah. He was like, I wish I
So
could
now
have
Yeah. I mean, Norman, he got all the boob action, didn't he, mate?
yeah.
Yeah, Kirk. Sometimes Scotty would,
Oh,
but-
if we got talking about new ones, I like that Data quite a bit.
There was
Yeah,
an episode where Spock got not on the Pon Far one, but I'm sure there was another one where he was on some kind of planet with like hallucinogenic pollen from flowers, where he hooked up with a native,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
that was the Flower Children one.
something like that.
Yeah. I
Kirk
seem to
Space
remember
Ghost.
that. Yeah.
He just changed the
He
name.
was half human.
Anyway.
So he wasn't totally Vulcan, so he could
Yeah, he
could
was
lose
half-
control
half-
here and there.
Yeah.
Like remember the one? Yeah, the Pon Far one. Wasn't that when he fought and he thought he killed Kirk?
Yeah,
And then it was Bones that shot him with something to knock him out. And then when he found him, he went like, Kirk. And then Bones was like, I gotcha. You got emotions.
Yeah, it was always after that.
Hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy?
Good space.
Now,
No,
you
you
need to
gotta
play
show me how
for-
you do this 2-channel thing. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the only bad thing is that the host message chat doesn't come through your channel, so the message doesn't go across.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have 2
So
setups or something.
it's what's Gray Man's job to put up all these posts so that everybody can see the chat.
Well, yeah, Grayman is
Gray Man is
lacking
horrible
there.
at that. So
Grayman's got computer issues though. So.
yeah, I know.
Exactly. I click on one. It takes about 10 minutes for it to come up. Like this
Really?
one here, Gore Vidal, I think it's got to come up. I've literally been waiting on it for about a minute to pop up. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I can't see it on my screen.
I have to tell you, I think that is a fake Gore Vidal. I think the real Gore Vidal died a few years ago.
Yeah.
This is our Gore Vidal.
Oh, okay. This is our
Yeah,
Gore
this
Vidal.
is not that Gore Vidal.
Not the Gore Vidal.
Yeah, not the Gore Vidal.
The comments
It's
still
Ego
not showing.
now.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys or not.
If Gore Vidal puts it in a comment, you can mark it down as gospel. All right.
Okay. All right.
I love his music.
Who? Gore Vidal's?
I'm not sure. Maybe it means what do you call it? Kirk. What's his face? Shatner. William Shatner.
Shatner? Okay.
He had some music, didn't he?
I didn't know.
Roger, you want me to whenever I do the whenever we do this old geezer stuff, you want me to share the channels?
Yeah, sure. I just want to see how it works. More
Yeah,
curiosity
we
than
can do
anything.
that.
Okay, we'll do it on Thursday. Then.
Yeah.
Almost done.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're into the next generations.
Next
Because what's his
generation.
face? Spock had some music as well, didn't he? Did he not do the Travels of Bilbo Baggins or something weird like that? Was that not Spock?
He played some instrument there. Yeah.
And didn't Shatner do Spirit in the Sky or something?
Oh,
Something-
don't talk about it. I mean, he sings every so often. It's painful.
He just talks. He just
Yeah,
kind of
it is.
talks.
It's a bit like what's his Lee Marvin in Paint Your Wagon.
Oh, you got the tech one. You got the tech one.
Born under a wall.
There you go, Star Trek and X-Men.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
I want a Star Trek and the crossover with the
Really?
Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah.
Does Kirk get off with Phoenix by any chance?
Oh yeah,
Kirk-
Shatner does Major Tom. That's
That's
right.
it.
I heard that.
Yeah.
man.
That's all my
Take your
Star
hands off
Trek.
Phoenix. That's a Cyclops lady.
That's all my Star Trek. And what's coming up
I
next?
can't get rid of
In
Yeah,
Hey, I was going to show that book on the.
Invaders coming up.
Why didn't you
I-
show that? I was wondering why no one
Harry
showed that
Potter,
one.
Harry Potter before,
Yeah,
so-
Norman had that one in reserve last Saturday.
Yeah. Hey, Roger.
Sorry. Well, I mentally figured by your comment, not that I knew beforehand.
Can't get rid of the blinking comments. Can't drag anybody over to begin. Try and drag Mark over. Let me know when it works. If it works.
You're doing all right, mate. We'll
Yeah, we'll fill the time with a lot of our, weird musing stories.
Wow.
So
Come on.
I've got a gold key Star Trek 1 signed by Shatner. And the interesting thing is there are less non-signed issues than there are signed issues.
No, really?
Yeah, he's been around a long time, old.
Oh, there you
Oh, that's
go.
true.
You're
That's
up,
true.
Mark.
Oh, right. Okay, I've got some old comics to show you this time. I haven't shown you new comics. Right. So this I found in a mixed comic haul that I bought, and I saw this and I checked it out, and it's this one was worth more than what I paid for the whole lot.
Hey, comic book time.
It's Dell Giant, 25-cent, Tales of the Tomb. That is an LB Cole cover. And this is a one-off. This is a one-shot from Dell doing horror. And Dell didn't usually do horror because they were sort of like, if your kids buy Dell, they're going to be safe.
Yeah, they were wholesome.
Wholesome. So yeah, it's quite unusual for Dell to dabble with horror, but they did here, and they chose a really great cover artist in LB Cole. So yeah, this is quite a decent little comic.
Nice find.
Yeah, really nice.
Really nice.
Next up, we've got this is the cat.
The cat. Yeah.
Where
Came in the box, did it?
So yeah, this is before she comes Tigra. This character becomes Tigra, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Greer Nelson.
Greer Nelson. Yeah.
Yeah. Cat number 2, and a really nice. Is this the owl? Yes, the owl and the pussycat. Yeah.
Yep. Where's the beautiful green boat?
I mean, that cover just writes itself, doesn't it? If you're doing the cat, you go, let's have the owl, and let's have the owl and the pussycat. Never mind what's in the comic. And issue 3. I think there were only 3 issues of this.
4.
4 were there. I'm missing 4 then.
Has everyone got the same comment up on the screen? Is it still showing "I love his music"? What confidence on there?
No.
No. I don't
Is it showing anything?
That Wally Wood did for Cat.
There's no comment on the screen.
I'm trying to get rid of it. Keeps the same comments just stood there for ages. I don't know if it's changed for everybody else, but
Jackson Roy Kirk, is that Wally Wood?
What he's talking about, there was there was another art that was supposed to be for the cat by Wally Wood,
Right.
and it was changed a lot before publication. Yeah.
Did he do something silly with it or something? Or was it normal?
I remember seeing the video for it, but I don't remember now exactly what happened there.
Thank you, Jerry, for coming by. Appreciate you.
Hey, Jerry.
This is really odd. This was in my attic collection. I have got no recollection of where this came from. But this is an Australian reprint of G.I. Jane.
Okay.
Really odd thing to have. Number 11.
That's not anymore, is it?
That's not. No, this is from about 1940. So this is 9D, but this is not a British 9D.
Oh, Aussie 9D.
Aussie 9D. Yeah.
Love that cover.
Yeah, it's a great fun cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
These Australian price variants are getting some traction now. People are prepared to pay for these.
I've never seen that before.
Jackson's saying they reworked that cover since Wally really highlighted her assets. That's what I'd heard about it as well. He went to town on the old Narman front.
Yeah,
the cat assets was it the ears, the tail, the arse?
It was a claws. She had really big claws. Really
big claws. Yeah.
This is a great one. This is holy. I love the way the whole comic script is on the cover. So, holy cow! Titano and the Flame Dragon here. They brought them here to make a movie thriller, but they've gone wild. They're fighting each other to the death, and that Super Ape is killing Superman with his kryptonite vision. That's the entire plot of the comic.
Now you know what's going on.
That's more dialogue than most modern comics nowadays.
Yeah.
They give you new meaning to judging by the
book by its cover. Yeah.
More on that cover than you're getting 16 splash pages of a modern comic.
I know there's an entire series there for a modern comic.
Mark, we solved the mystery of that G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
Look what Comic Mag Musings comment there.
Mark, did you get a package with my No, I didn't. The agent bill. It didn't come from you. Right.
Very amusing. Very amusing.
Don't trust that desert rat.
Hey, governor.
Don't trust that desert rat. He speaks with forked tongue.
Naked is the actual correct south of the Mason-Dixon line. Okay. Challenges of
the unknown.
68. Prof, of you out of your mind letting that thing go. Oh,
yeah.
I think he's changed his mind though.
That was Neil Adams, I think, did that run for a while.
I think you think you're right. I think it is.
Yeah, there's a Black Cat cover I have, which is really cool. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
That's the cover.
I mean, this is completely random. It's just stuff. This is I picked this one up the other day. Somebody scribbled all over it. But it's the first appearance of Hawk and Dove.
Wow.
I got that one now. That was one I needed. I wanted it for
Is
a
that
while.
inside the scribble?
Somebody's put biro on there.
You can't see it where you're showing it.
Yeah, I can't see
Oh,
it.
a little black bit. The little black bit in the corner. Oh no, that's not.
Oh, on the costumes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see now. Yeah.
You have to get right close so you can see it.
Yeah.
From there, it looks all right.
Yeah, I see.
Right.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think that'll come out. That's a little too thick.
No, that's not going to come out.
Yeah.
Are those gay characters, by the way? Just curious.
No.
No.
Well, not originally. Not originally.
What happens here is there are two brothers.
They have two brothers. Okay.
There are two brothers, and the Dove one gets killed, and then we get
Yeah.
the female Dove coming
Hank-
in to
Hank and
replace.
Donna Hall. Dong dies, and Dawn Granger takes over.
Yes,
Then
no,
Dawn Granger is killed by Hawk from the future, who becomes monarch. And later on, Dawn Granger's sister, who's English, I think she might have been a lesbian actually. I can't remember now, but she's an English girl. She becomes Hawk, and then it went very strange.
Yeah, it went back and forth.
Yeah, Hawk died after being monarch. He became extant, and he was killed. And then he came back, and then in the New 52, they were together again. Dawn Granger and Hank Hall were back together again.
Anyway, so there's a load of spoilers for the next 30 years of Hawk and Dove.
not a convoluted storyline at all. Don't you worry about it. It's a perfectly ordinary, understandable storyline. that anyone can
The
like.
story of two brothers who eventually get involved with lesbians. There we go.
I can't remember who she was because the female Hawk, who was the sister of Dawn Granger, I didn't see an awful lot of her actually. I only saw her very fleetingly. Because it's weird. She was never mentioned at all in the original one when Dawn first appeared. But then suddenly she was, I don't know, she was coming along and she had an English accent, so maybe she was a half sister or something. I don't know. It was a bit confusing.
They were also part of the Teen Titans for a while.
Right. Yeah, the
Yeah,
original.
well, they appear quite a lot in the Teen Titans TV series.
Yeah. And I think the later Hawk and Dove, when it was Dawn Granger and her sister, were in JSA for a while.
Jackson canceled his whole order of Hawk and the Dove because it's now all spoiled.
Hey, I've just given you a brief outline. Have you finished there then, Mike? Got no more?
That's it for me.
That's it for you. I just need Hawk and Dove #1 to complete my Hawk and Dove select collection.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a bicentennial. These are bicentennial, by the way.
Okay. Tarzan.
We got to find that Batman family, man, because we got.
Yeah, I'm missing the Batman family.
I've been looking high and low for that sucker. And...
When was the last time ever the Tarzan?
$32. You think I could do
There's a
better?
bit of Tarzan in the 80s, is there?
Isn't it 33 or 32?
33, I think.
33 is the last one.
33 of
You see
them.
that number right there? The black number 32? That indicates there's a 33 of those. This is 32nd of
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there were 33 issues that month. With
July 1976.
Yeah.
Publications.
July, August 76. Yeah.
These are my repeats, by the way. So they didn't make it to my collection yet.
Is that rats or spiders all over him?
Rats.
I think, yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. Ernie Chan covered.
That's kind of reminiscent of the later one as well. There's one later on where he's fighting the rat catcher. No, I think that's earlier than rat catcher. I think because there is a rat catcher one who's covered in rats, but I think it's later on in the run. That looked like an earlier.
Yeah.
That's a nice adventure comics.
Yeah,
Like that one.
American flag. Yeah.
And
Strange
then
that they put
Aquaman.
Aquaman with the American flag because he really was an Atlantean, right?
Exactly. I suppose if he liked any bit of the land, it would be the American bit that he visited the most. I
Yeah,
guess.
I could.
Yeah, I
I
guess
could.
so, yeah.
Again, I had all these war comic book guys. I knew you guys were going to bring these war comic books, so I didn't bring it.
Yeah.
Norman wanted to stand out. He wanted to be
Very
bring the
clever,
World War
Norm.
II stuff.
Very
Was the
clever.
lighthouse? Was the lighthouse that his dad lived in? Was that not in America?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
So he had some connection to.
Metal Man crossover or Gold crossover.
Yep.
No,
You got
Gold of
two
the
of
Metal.
Yeah.
Are you trying to
I
put
mean,
two
you put
cents
their
together?
dollar, I pick it up.
Oh, okay.
Black Hawk versus the Bio Lord.
Because I got 3 of them. Looks like.
3 of them.
Wow.
Really?
I
3.
think that's full now.
All Star Comics.
That was one of the last ones that I got. That one there.
Yeah.
Found it in a bin a few months
Now,
back.
if any of you have it, and you
Yeah,
mention me.
What
in
is
the
it? Batman
panel,
Family 3? Is that? Let me check. I think I have it over here.
4-star Spectacular. I got a couple of them, but not that one.
If you have it, and it's within this panel, I will send you a Superman belt buckle. You have to make a
A
video.
what? A Superman pop-up book? Did you say? What's that?
What?
What did you
Norman,
say?
Why are you collecting 3 of the same comic all the time?
No, these are just. I'm looking for the bicentennial covers, and whenever I see it, I don't remember that I got it.
Ah, right. Okay.
And if
Number
the
6.
dollar bin, I just go and pick it up.
This
Yeah.
one here is
That's
the one he needs. Batman
Okay.
Family 6.
That one is what
Okay.
I need.
That's enough then.
Batman Family 6.
If
They
you
have
guys
this
got
thing-
it, let me know.
They have this thing now called pen and paper. You can just write down all the ones that you need on a piece of paper using a pen, and then
I
take
put it on my phone, but you know, and
Who
sometimes
has paper on them anymore, Greg?
no, if it's some dollar, I just pick it up. I mean, let me know if you guys need it. If I have a double, I'll send it to you if you need it.
old school is the best way.
Well,
Jackson,
I have to tell you, I was taking the piss out of Gray at the London Comic Mart for having all his lists on paper.
Really?
The next 3 people that arrived at the stall all had their lists on bits of paper.
Wow.
That's the way to do it, mate. That's the way to do it.
That's old school right there, man. I haven't used paper lists since 2000s.
Oh, no.
Your first list used to be on stone tablets, Roger. Don't lie.
Mine were up here, but I had a memory. Not anymore.
Is this a King Kong homage?
Yeah,
Yeah, I reckon so.
definitely.
Yeah.
Look at the way he's holding that.
Yeah, the spy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the planes.
the
Come on.
plane, yeah.
It's too obvious, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Neil Adams. Yep.
He's going off to join another team, and that's right. Yeah, Superboy's crack up.
Oh.
No,
You
it's
and
nice.
Shebab, Great Man, you and Shebab got me collecting these Lois Lane covers.
Absolutely. I think. Did you start collecting them as well, Mark? We've seen me
Yeah, I
showing
haven't
them a few
got that one. I haven't got that one.
times. I've got that one. I've got that one.
You saw this one, didn't you?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one I got yesterday. I got that one yesterday.
Yeah.
But mine was got Barbara.
You
Mine's
could
got
have
Barbara.
legs on that one, Norman.
Hmm?
Nice legs.
Yeah,
Yes.
she had
Yeah.
cracking pair of gams.
Okay. Oh, there's one more bicentennial.
Ah, what number is that one? Did I show that one earlier? Oh no, it wasn't
No.
quite I showed earlier. It was
Karate Kid.
Richard Dragon, wasn't it? I showed earlier.
Karate Kids.
I've got that full run now of Karate Kids, so I should have that one.
Okay, that's done for now. Go to someone else, please.
I'm off to
Right.
bed, guys. I've got a few things to do tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow if you're around.
Oh yeah, Geeky Weekly in, yeah. We'll do some Geeky Weekly stuff.
Weeklies. See you
You can
guys.
show up them lovely Mark
Mark,
books.
take care, bud.
Bye,
So-
bye, Mark. I didn't know Mark was going.
Yeah, it was just but I don't know, I'm trying to drag Roger over.
33 is not a flash cover. It's a flash. 33 is sure. 33. No, what's 33? Did I show 33? I don't think I showed 33, did I?
I don't remember. I can look it up, see which one it is. No, man, here's the one I was telling you about that had an origin of Superman in it.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to bring this to DC so you can take a look at it.
All right.
And you can keep it as long as you want.
Yeah.
Thought I'd show some of those book and records that Ray showed. Well, the same series, but
Cool.
these are my, I have on the wall you can't see it, but the monster ones, but these are the ones with Spider-Man. I think it kind of reprints the whole story from issues 124 and 125.
Okay.
ASM. And here is the Captain America book and record from 170 something or 160 something. I forgot. It's when that Baron Zemo's son appeared.
Are there any famous voice actors doing any of them who went on to bigger and better things afterwards?
I don't think so. No, I don't recognize any of the voices. Kyle, this is the bag I'm going to send you here. Okay. The Robert Bell bag. So now this is not FF1. This is from FF126 or something like that. And I have two of
Each one of
them.
those have records in them, huh?
Cool.
What was that?
Each one of those have records in them.
Yeah, I'll show you. I have two of them because they're kind of variants.
Okay.
I'll show you why. I picked these up at an estate sale long ago for quarter or something.
Has anyone actually got a record player to play them on now, though?
I don't anymore. I used to have it. I did play them.
I do have 2 record players.
Oh yeah, you're into a
I got
violin.
3 record players.
Yeah, you're a big violin fan, didn't you, Norman?
Notice
I'm
the
a
inside here
record-
has the Marvel horror monsters and the superheroes and Planet of the Apes. Those were the 3 first series of the book and records, right? And then there's the record, okay, with that art there. And then the other one.
Did they put
I'm
the
not
sound
sure.
effects as well, like the bath and all that kind of stuff, like bang and pow?
And, onomatopoeias, yeah.
They bung all them in there, yeah.
But notice here the inside is blank.
Ah, I see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
And
that a reprint or?
I haven't figured out. I haven't figured out why they have the same cover price.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out why that is. I don't know if maybe they printed some without that art because it got too expensive, or I don't know. You never know.
Maybe.
With these. In the 70s, the rules were a little bit loose.
Yeah.
This is actually an original story made for the book and record.
Okay.
This dragon.
Original character as well, is it?
Yeah. Never
That
appeared in
No.
the comics, I don't think.
Looks a bit like Dragon Man, but he's green and looks more like a lizard kind of dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been reprinted in a annual or something. I'm not sure. But that was definitely the first time that had appeared. And then here are some of the Planet of the Apes. Nah, man. I got Escape.
Can you show that again?
Yeah. Here's Escape of the Planet of the Apes.
Cool.
Actually, I think I listened to that one with
You
the
never listened to those?
man.
What was that?
You never listened to those?
Do I what?
Did you ever listen to those?
I'm not hearing you well, buddy.
He said, "Did you ever listen to those?"
Have
Oh,
you ever
listen.
listened
Oh, I'm
to
sorry.
it?
I not listening very well at all. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I haven't in many years now, man.
No.
If you want to, I'll bring them if you want to listen to them.
You can listen to them on YouTube. I'm pretty
On
sure.
YouTube,
I'm sure you can listen to it on YouTube, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I listened to that Man Wolf one at one point. But if you want to listen to audio versions of comics, you need to go no further than Comic Mag Musings channels when he does his read-throughs.
Yeah,
that he
that's right.
does.
Here's the same thing as that Fantastic Four. One has the interior art and the other one is blank. I don't know why, but you know me. Just
I do have a Superman's record, the full size record that has a comic book in it, and it does have like when the helicopter's flying, it makes sound effects.
Yeah, they have sound effects. Like Jackson said, they're not like, you know, they didn't go all out with the sound effects.
They're not super quality. But they're radio station quality.
Yeah, exactly. Radio station quality. Yeah, they didn't go and, you know, they didn't hire like, you know, Spielberg or anything, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the Spectacular Spider-Man magazine, #1.
You can get a lot of the old superhero radio shows off of podcast apps. I've listened to like original Superman, original Blue Beetle, original Green Hornet, like radio serials from back in the day.
Yeah. We're gonna plug Thursday. We're gonna play some our own radio show.
Yep.
That's right.
Some nice chap from London sent me these.
That was us, yeah.
What chap is that?
Yeah. There's a chap who can get loads more. If anyone wants any UK weekly comics, just let me know and I'll pick them up for you. We can do a trade.
Marvel Super Special. Here's a little lady on the leg action.
Is that Marvel?
Yeah, that's Star-Lord there.
Is that the one that was in the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord?
Yeah, Peter Quill. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another Star-Lord in the Marvel as well? Am I getting confused?
Yep. There was another one.
From the premiere or the presents. Is that?
Yeah, but that was the same. It's the same character though.
Okay, it gets confusing.
Here's my #1 Foom, which has been obviously very well loved.
Oh yeah. Who's that meant to be? Is that meant to be someone? Is that meant to be someone, that cover?
Stan Lee.
Oh, Stan Lee, is it?
Mm-hmm.
He had a beard, did he?
Yeah, back in the 60s and 70s he did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see what else I got here. I got some Fireside books here. Incredible Hulk. It reprints a lot of the earlier issues and tells you background stories. Forward by Stan Lee, things like that. How to Draw the Marvel Way. Funny story how I got this. If you look up there, it says property of Ralph Annan. And Ralph Annan taught graphic design in University of South Florida. So he had when he passed away, I was there at his estate sale, and he had reference materials like you wouldn't believe.
You think a coloring book be collectibles?
Depends. Depends. But how many times do you see Spidey with a little beret, you know? Yeah? What do you think, Ray?
I like it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Here is this is a mon chéri. Oh yeah. This is actually a reprint a lot of the comic strips from the weekly Spider-Man weeklies back in the 70s.
Similar to this.
Similar, correct. Yeah. But there's a lot more than this, you know, but but I guess they wanted to give you like a sample, you know, of how Spider-Man differed from the comics. Because back in the strip, he didn't fight a lot of villains. It was mostly crime and J. Jonah Jameson and love issues, things like that.
Yeah, he had the rights to Spider-Man, but not his villains, I guess.
They said they didn't want anything to contradict what was in the comics, so they kind of stayed away from anything that was even close to what Spider-Man was going on in the comics at the time.
Right.
That's just hearsay. I don't know that for a fact.
Spirit World. This
is really weird, right? Because this is actually a DC publication, Gray.
Right.
But they didn't want to put DC on there because it's kind of a little bit more adult. You know? there's blood and killing and supernatural events and all this stuff, right? So they put this double H, which stands for Hampshire Distributed Limited.
Is
Okay.
it their parent company?
But if you look at the address, Nauman, it's DC Comics office.
A weird one. They didn't have many magazines, did they? DC? Did they ever do any others?
Just two. This one,
I think you might have shown it before. Yeah, the mob. Yeah.
in the days of the mob, this was Jack Kirby did this through and through.
Cool.
Kirby was fascinated with gangsters. I mean, he lived during the time when they were very active in the Midwest and so forth. So he did this.
They run the comic companies, didn't they?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say, but we don't know that for a fact. They were never convicted, right?
That was probably one of the more like legitimate concerns in the time. I'm guessing, just like a money laundering bloody well.
They needed somehow to convert that money to legitimate stuff. Yeah.
So maybe when we keep talking about the amount of sales they had in the golden age, maybe they're heavily inflated for blinking for money laundering purposes. When we say, there was like 1 million of this comic sold back in 1945, maybe they only sold 100,000, and the rest was just.
Yeah, hard to say, man. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Here's another one of those firesides. If I can stand Lee forward. The superhero women.
Nice.
And again, it's mostly reprints of stories with all these characters in it.
Cool.
From Fantastic Four, from Conan, from.
Would you say they were in charge on that cover?
Woman in charge. Yep.
My lips are sealed.
We'll be seeing that again.
Maybe.
But this is like every Cover Slingers episode that I get into. Bring on the bad guys.
That's cool. I like that.
The woman in charge is going to be Matilda as usual anyway.
Yeah, that's right. And here's I think this is the very first one, Origin of Marvel Comics. And again, it just has.
They look so familiar. Why does it look so familiar?
It looks like stamps.
There are various printings of it. But it goes back. It'll give you like Hulk 1, Journey into Mystery 83, FF1, obviously AF15, things like that, reprints in here. With forwards by Stan Lee about how the inspiration, how they were created, et cetera, et cetera. The only one I'm missing, I think, is Son of Origins. I think I have all of these other ones, and I think that's it for now.
Okie dokie, you got some more, Norman?
No, I'm done. I gotta go eat something. So.
Okay, cool. Because I've got quite a lot more to go. It's nearly midnight. Right.
Go.
No worries, mate. See you again soon.
Take care, buddy. I'll see you Thursday.
All right.
This is another one of those runs that I'm sort of feebly attempting to finish off. Power Pack. No rush.
Power Pack. I was going to show those and Roger wouldn't let me.
Oh, really?
I don't want to see Power Pack.
Boo.
Are you smack talking? We're not on Cover Slingers now, Ray. We're just showing what's in the box. Are you not a fan of Power Pack then, Roger?
Nah.
Now, my mate had these back in the day, so I'd read them all. My mate collected them. We used to swap comic books after we read our own. So I'd read all his, he'd read all mine. And so I have read all these before. I quite enjoyed them. They were like innocent, kind of fun, kind of, you wouldn't want to see them getting into any real predicament because they're only blinking toddlers practically. So you got to leave your sense in the bin and just go with it. But I'm not in any particular hurry to get these. If I get them, I get them, and I'll read them all again once I get them, if I ever do. But I never whenever I'm going comic book shopping, I never think, I'll check out the Power Packs first. You know what I mean? It's just like if I have a 50p bin, I'll pick them up. But I didn't mind them when I remember reading of them before. But So I've only got very, very few of them. I think what happened, I bought, I think I've got a couple of mystery boxes, like 100 comics for a tenner or something like that, and there happened to be a few power packs in there, and I was like, oh, well, I might as well try and, yeah, I think that's where most of these come from, actually. So I was like, well, I might as well put these aside and see how many of them I can actually get.
Okay.
So the art isn't the most dynamic, but this one's not bad cover. This one looks fairly good. So I'm not sure how many. There's about 50 in the running now. Something weird like that. Went for quite a old while.
Yeah, it went on for quite a while. True.
Yeah, I think you can't finish the live stream. I don't think. No, I'm just going to carry on playing until I end it. I think that's all that happens with that. But you haven't got to worry about it. It will stop when I finish this stream.
Mm.
So still sharing his. Everyone on Nama's channel, come over to my channel. Come and
There you go.
come me up. Don't watch Nama's channel. He's not even here anymore. So this is the kind of fight you don't want to see. You don't want to see Sabretooth fighting Power Pack. It's like, no, that's too much like a.
You got Wolverine and X Factor in there. They'd be slaughtered.
Yeah, too much of a slaughter, exactly.
Yeah.
And here they're fighting Hobgoblin. It's like, superhero, and there's no safe place for toddlers.
I think Franklin Richards joined them at some point, didn't he?
Oh yeah, yes, he was very strong, wasn't he? Super powered, wasn't he?
Very, very, very. Yeah.
I know what he's doing. I know what Fantastic Four. I would say not reading Marvel since the mid-90s, but I mean, how old is he now? Franklin, has he got any double figures or so now? Is he a teenager or is he artificially aged? Does anyone know what he's
like my age?
He should be. Yeah, he should be our age.
Yeah, but I don't think he's. Yeah.
No, I'm going to show a few more of these ones as well, actually. Right, so next up in this box, we have Marvel Presents Thea Frucht first issue. It's Ulysses Bloodstone.
Oh, yeah.
I believe his daughter is quite popular now. Probably
Elsa.
She's got boobs, so for some reason she sells better.
I wonder why she's popular.
Exactly. Honestly, you comic reading guys, it's shocking. The Curse of the Hellfire Hex. Because he had a stone in his chest, and later on there was a Captain America story called the Bloodstone Saga. I think they was trying to find, I don't know if it was his stone, but where that stone originally came from, like a meteorite or something. I think Baron Zemo and a few other people, maybe the Serpent Society, were all trying to get hold of it. Anyway, so literally Marvel Presents 1 and 2 are just Bloodstone, and then it goes to Guardians of the Galaxy for the rest of its run. So this is
Bloodstone went over to the Hulk magazine. That's where he continued his story.
Did he? Okay, so he carried on elsewhere, did he? Right. The Maw of Madness. There's a funny-looking fuzzy little alien there, look.
Yeah, I used that in the Cover Slingers before. I think the mouth of a monster or something.
Looks like a frog.
Yeah, it does. Like a fuzzy frog.
Yeah.
It's quite a cool cover.
Yeah, that's when they go to that weird alien world.
They're always on weird alien worlds.
But that one was like an asylum or something. I mean, it was just odd.
The Planet of the Absurd, yeah. The galaxy's strangest heroes trapped in the Planet of the Absurd. But they seem to have miscolored Nikki there. She's grey.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Quite an interesting, diverse bunch.
Yep. Yeah, Nikki's never showed up in the movies.
No.
They kind of left her out.
Maybe they think the fire hair is too ridiculous or something.
Yeah, could be. I quite liked her.
Oh yeah, she was hot, literally hot.
She was very hot. Yeah, like she and 27
exactly
had a thing, you know. And he often say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I burned you," and he's like,
"Yeah, I can only guess that you've got some sort of invulnerability to be able to have huggy time with her."
Yeah.
The psychic vampire.
I always thought that was interesting, you know, because you only had your imagination at the time. They didn't show anything, you know, just dialogue.
Yeah. There you go. So that's that run. And then in Marvel, that was it. There was only 12 issues of that Marvel Presents. And then I've got the full 90s run in here as well,
Me too.
which I read fairly recently. It wasn't a bad run. I didn't mind it at all. The only annoying thing was the team broke up into different units, and you had to get the other comic book to read the other one. And every 5 issue, they'd go to across a massive cosmic saga, and because you didn't have the comic books, you couldn't follow the story. So it was a little bit annoying, but it has some interesting stuff in it, like some time traveling stuff.
Yeah.
The future of the Marvel universe. You had
future versions or what happened, to the characters in the current Marvel universe, and
you had the Beyond the turn up.
Now look at that, Gray. I always found that one odd. That does not have a comics code thingy on it.
Oh yeah,
mine's the same way. I always wondered, was that a misprint?
Probably a misprint.
Yeah.
I do. Nikki is kind of grey in the corner of that cover as well. I don't remember her being grey. Well, maybe she was. I don't think she was.
She wasn't like that. She wasn't as grey as that first cover.
No.
That,
Right. Malevolence. That's the daughter of Mephisto.
Yeah.
Yondu goes mad. Of course, Yondu is nothing like the the movie.
Nothing like
well, for one, he's a space pirate rather than a blinking space monk, which is what he kind of is. He's like the religion of his planet, isn't it? He's like a shaman or a priest or something.
Yeah, he's a pacifist.
Yeah. Rancor, the daughter of Wolverine. She's evil.
Did that turn out to be so?
But it was. I'm pretty sure she was a descendant, not a
descendant.
daughter.
Yeah, okay, descendant.
Descendant. Yeah, I was because there was a good few years in between there, wasn't there?
Well, it should have been a good.
Yeah,
we're talking about
when it went to be. Yeah. And then we got a Phoenix of the future.
Yeah, Phoenix Force was still around apparently.
Fire Lord was still alive. Guardian of Herald of Galactus. Call him Overkill.
That was Taserface.
I was going to say, did he become Taserface? So he started off as Taserface, didn't he? And he failed the Badoon, so they experimented on him to give him more power, didn't they?
Right,
because
exactly.
He was like
he was like his honor was taken away from him, so he was remade. So he was he called himself another being now.
Yeah, there's the Ghost Rider of the future.
Yeah.
Totally destroyed at the hands of the Spirit of Vengeance. I don't know if that's the same character who's now called Cosmic Ghost Rider. I don't think it is.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I think because that Cosmic Ghost Rider, is it not the Spirit of Punisher or something weird like that? Is it not Punisher? Yeah. Right, Protege. This was a weird guy. Like literally saw any power and he could duplicate it. I had to see it once and he was able to do it afterwards. And like, who was the character who was trying to? Yeah, it was the female Starhawk. Is it Alita? Something like that.
Yep.
He was trying to convince him to be good and raise him to be a benevolent and kind child, whereas Malevolence, Mephisto's daughter, was trying to turn him to the dark side kind of thing.
Dark side, yeah.
He was a little shit as well, wasn't he? To be honest, he was a horrible little brat. Yeah.
He was so powerful he could have anything he wanted, and
actually, he was always going to be.
That was an offshoot of that storyline that Starlin started back in Strange Tales and Warlock from the Universal Church of Truth.
Right. Yeah, that's it. They say power corrupts. Ultimate power,
corrupts absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, absolute power. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right. So yeah, but it was kind of weird because later on the Beyonder got involved in it as well, and the power levels. I remember I was reading one story at that point where the power levels seemed to be less than what it was showing. And then this one, it seems like they had better power levels, and it was all a bit confusing. But it's like literally with Marvel, probably all comic books, whatever the writer needs the power levels to be is what the power level will be.
There you go.
All right. There's Talon. He was an Inhuman, I believe.
Correct.
From the moon. And Advanced Astro. I think he was originally he was sort of encased inside a special suit, like a space suit, and I think some accident in space that left him going into the future, some sort of difference in the time
Well,
moving because of
what happened is that he
light or something.
he took off from the 20th century
Hmm.
to Alpha Centauri, I think.
Yeah.
In a conventional rocket. So it took 10 centuries to get there. By that time,
They'd already got there.
technology had advanced.
Yeah, we took
We
him.
were already there.
Yeah.
Now, why didn't somebody intercept him?
Yeah.
I don't know. They just let him go, you know? Well, we'll get there eventually.
That was weird. I'm trying to think of the movies. Who is actually? There's no one from this Guardian of the Galaxy team actually in the Guardian of the Galaxy movie, is there?
Well, just
Maybe